Hafa Day and welcome everyone. We're here of the 36th Guam Legislature to present a resolution number 96-36LS, and this is relative to recognizing the observance of Preservation Month, empowering communities, preserving heritage, and the 2021 Mes Inadahen Irensiå-ta, preserving our history month during May 2021. We're here also to commend the Guam Preservation Trust, the Guam State Historic Preservation Office, and all of the Guam's government and community organizations for their collaborative efforts to ensure the preservation and perpetuation of the CHamoru language, culture, and heritage. This resolution is sponsored by Senator Telena Cruz Nelson, who is unfortunately unable to be with us today, Senator Amanda L. Shelton, Senator Therese M. Terlahi, Senator James C. Moylan, Senator Joanne Brown, and all the senators of the 36th Guam Legislature. And we have with us today I want to say the manager of, but that's not his correct title. Let me see. It's but Mr. Joe Kanata of the Guam Preservation Trust. He is the Chief Program Officer, and the Guam Preservation Trust board is chaired by Mr. Michael Maquillo, and of course, with the assistance of our State Historic Preservation Officer, Mr. Patrick Guåhan, and all of the members of the Guam Preservation Trust board. Without further ado, Senator Brown will now read or help us in introducing our resolution or reading the resolution. Thank you, Senator Brown. I'm sorry, can I also recognize the presence of Senator Brown and the presence of Senator Jim Moylan? Thank you, senators, for joining us today, as well as the staff of the Guam Preservation Trust. I'm very happy to see you again. And all right, please proceed. Senator Brown.
Madam Speaker, how far would you like me to read the resolution?
Please read all of the whereas clauses.
Okay, so would you like me to read the title also?
Well, I read the title already.
Okay, all right, then I will start.
And we are joined now with the chairman, Mr. Michael Blas Maquillo. Thank you, Chair.
Okay,
joining us today. Senator.
Okay. Be it resolved by the Committee on Rules of Inadvertent Legislature in Guåhan, whereas since 1973, the National Trust for Historic Preservation established a week in May as the National Historic Preservation Week, but with a broader opportunity to display our ever-growing and unique heritage, our roots and origins expanded. And whereas in 2005, the National Trust for Historic Preservation declared the month of May as Historic Preservation Month in order to promote historic places and heritage, tourism, and demonstrates the social and economic benefits of historic preservation. And whereas since 1990, the Guam Preservation Trust is a nonprofit public corporation tasked to be an advocate for our island's historic preservation. And whereas GPT provides opportunity for our local community to learn and gain better historical sense of Guam's people and places, and to carry on the legacy and traditions of our cultural heritage. And whereas over 30 years, GPT has forged its mission to preserve and protect our island's historic sites, culture, and perspectives for the benefits of the CHamoru people. And whereas tourism is a key economic source for our island of Guam, engaging in a unique cultural experience as an attraction for travelers, and GPT partnerships with the local community to appreciate the values of historic preservation and to understand its role in tourism and economic development. And whereas the Guam Preservation Trust and its community partners and stakeholders jointly invested over $30 million to preserve traditions and protect valuable cultural resources. And whereas GPT continues to promote noteworthy events and projects like Ikunog y Historia, listen to our story. Treasured narratives were created and passed to local musicians and cultural dancers to create songs and interpretive dances. Whereas through the conservation work efforts, Guam Preservation Trust, joined by, sorry, Speaker, I'm gonna have to pronounce that, Iziden, property in the south, as additional locations to be used as heritage, preserve, and provide conservation opportunities to our local community. And whereas GPT conservation work efforts continue to explore and save significant historical properties as the proposed Hilaan easement. And whereas through the Adopt a Historic Site program, the Guam Preservation Trust, in conjunction with the Guam Department of Parks and Recreation, the Department of CHamoru Affairs, the Mayor's Council of Guam, the Guam Visitors Bureau, and the National Park Service jointly adopt historic sites such as the Talifa Bridge Park in Agate this past year, honoring Joycelyn C. Agigi Regis, who adopted the historical bridge. And whereas Guam's communities, working together with visitors and residents alike, Guam Preservation Trust can revitalize our community, increase respect of the delicate nature of the environment, and create a sustainable island community. And whereas it's imperative that the efforts of the Guam Preservation Trust and the Guam State Historic Preservation Office be acknowledged as the vanguards who have dedicated their efforts to emphasizing the significance of preserving, protecting, promoting, and perpetuating our cultural heritage. And whereas GPT continues to express resiliency, vitality, and unwavering nature of Guam's historic preservation and cultural heritage, and the will and intent of the people of Guam. And whereas empowering communities, preserving heritage encourages our island residents to embrace our rich and vibrant history and to protect and preserve our homeland's language, culture, and heritage. Whereas Guam's heritage preservation is a public responsibility shared through education, cooperation, and advocacy, and creating the impetus to preserve and protect our community values as we strive to retain the heritage and beauty of our island home. Now, therefore, be it resolved.
Tarimina 36 na legislature in Guåhan does hereby, on behalf of the people of Guam, recognize the observance of Preservation Month, empowering communities, preserving heritage, and the 2021 Mes Inadahen Irensiå-ta, preserving our history month during May 2021, and commend the Guam Preservation Trust, the Guam State Historic Preservation Office, and all of Guam's government and community organizations for their collaborative efforts to ensure the preservation and perpetuation of the CHamoru language, culture, and heritage. And be it further resolved that the speaker certify and the legislative secretary attest to the adoption hereof, and that copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to Mr. Joe Kanata, Chief Program Officer, and Mr. Michael Macchio, Board Chairperson, Guam Preservation Trust, to Mr. Patrick Guåhan, State Historic Preservation Officer, Guam Historic Resources Division, Department of Parks and Recreation, and to the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero y Magahagan Guåhan, adopted this 24th day of May 2021. I want to congratulate you all and really commend you for having found over the past year very creative ways to celebrate this month. The past 2 years, this will be the second year that you have had to celebrate this month with in very creative ways and try to engage people virtually. I know that's a little bit difficult when there's a lot of competing interests going on, but I want to commend you for the work that you have done in this regard, and that because I have seen all of the notices of the event, I think you're doing a good job. And again, the work that you're doing, we can't underestimate the impacts that is going to have, not just on us as we live every day, but on future generations. I think it's lasting work, and it creates impacts that we don't even know about yet, that people, some of these students are going to be coming to us decades from now and telling us how they were influenced by something they learned from you and your work at the Guam Preservation Trust and the State Historic Preservation Office. So again, thank you very much. And I'm going to allow the Preservation Trust to speak. We'll begin with the chairperson, Mr. Macchio, and then with Mr. Kanata. Mike? All right, Mr. Kanata, if you could proceed. Oh, there's Mike. Okay, here he is. Mike, if you want to give a few words, you're on mute. If you could unmute. Thank you,
Oh, I
Mr.
just
Chair.
want to say, just Masi, thank you for all your support. You and the whole legislature and the governor's office. We're really happy. I think this year will be already a lot of good things have happened, and we've been able to change the way that we're approaching a lot of our advocacy work. And I think it's going to result in even more success for Heritage on Guam. So thank you for your support.
Thank you, and great.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. Those changes. And Mr. Kanata.
Yes, si Zeus Masi talo to the legislature and really the leadership that we have with us. I have to say that on behalf of not only our preservation stakeholders, but really on behalf of the community here on Guam, our heritage is whether we're on pandemic mode or not, whether we have any disasters coming up. I think that as long as we have our heritage strong, that we will again overcome everything. And so we've been busy lately. We've been again challenged with this pandemic mode and everything that we need to do to keep safe. But in any case, we try to do things not only virtually, but we do things in a much safer place. We've been working with our CHamoru language teachers, Ekongog I Historiata, and I think that is very important because what it does is it provides the necessary resources, but most importantly, it provides the skills that our teachers need to teach our younger kids our language, to teach our younger kids our language that teaches historic places. So what we've done is we've taken teachers, we've taken them to historic places. They write the narrative, the story of that place, whether it be Plaza de España, whether it be the Bell Tower in Malesu or Fua Rock. They write the narrative. We took that narrative, gave it to our songwriters. They used that narrative to write original songs. We took those songs, we pass it on to the cultural dancers, and they tell that story again through dance. We took all of that and we passed it on to PBS Guam, and they're now producing, and will produce by July 20 historic sites that our kids can go on virtual field trips. So again, you don't have to use the bus to get there. We have PBS Guam, our partner, to share that with everybody. And all of this is the effort to raise a generation of stewards. This is really what we need to do, is raise the generation of stewards that would take care of our heritage, stewards that are going to take care of our environment, and ultimately stewards that's going to take care of us, because we are going to be the elders by then. And again, I would like to thank you on behalf of the people of Guam, really, because what we do really impacts the people of Guam. Sizos Masi.
Sizos Masi, Mr. Kanata, and all of your team. And you put it very, very well. Thank you for that. And I'm going to allow my colleagues, if they would like to say a few words. Senator Brown.
Oh, thank you very much, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity and even to read the resolution. I've certainly known Joe for many years, and watching his work that he's done with the historic preservation. I mean, he has his heart in all that he does. And so for the Chairman Macchio and the work that he's done in dedicating his service also on the board. The opportunities that I've had to go and see some of these historic sites that they've restored really gives you such a wonderful feeling, because of course, living and growing up on Guam, a lot of our old historical structures, either, through deterioration or from the war, a lot of our young people don't see that history. And every time historic preservation is able to build or restore these locations and sites, it really gives you a feeling of what it may have been like, sometimes hundreds of years ago. for our people living here and our ancestors, our great grandparents, and what they experienced, and it brings it to life. And I certainly look forward to the continued projects and investment they make, because it's really what makes Guam home. And it really tells our story of who we are and where we've come from. And so certainly for the young people, we want to give them that experience, as was mentioned, by Joe and Mike. Moving forward, we want to be able to give them that experience to appreciate our island and appreciate our culture, because it's in that loving and care that they're gonna be good custodians of our island in the future. So you guys have such wonderful work. I never get bored talking to Joe, because he just opens up a whole world. Even the trails and the other projects that he has to go see some of these historic sites. It's always very, very fascinating to listen to all that he's known and all that he's accomplished over the years. I had an opportunity, Madam Speaker, many years ago when I was in the Guam legislature. We worked together with Historic Preservation to refurbish the cannons that were out there at Fort Soledad. And gosh, that was Joe, maybe 17, 18 years ago. Time goes by so fast, but we were able to work in coordination with his office and with their resources to help restore the cannons and refurbish the cannons that were there at that location and do some cleanup at the site. We were able to get volunteers in addition to our office and some members of staff at the legislature to go down and help just do some cleaning and brush, cleaning away some of the vegetation for the view up there. And it was a wonderful project. And my hats off to you. You guys do such incredible work that really bring value to our community. And we don't always get to do that and enjoy that. So congratulations to you in recognizing the work that you're doing this month. And hopefully by next year, it'll be great to actually get together and get updates on where you are with your projects. But you guys have done such a wonderful job, you and your team, and we certainly wish you well, and congratulations again this year for this event. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senator Brown. Senator Moylan, would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Senator Brown, also. Now, Joe, I think Senator Brown and I, we'll be your next helpers out there. Let's go clean those cannons one more time. Those are excellent sites, and I appreciate the work that you folks do and cooperation there with all the other agencies as well. Just really protecting and perpetuating our CHamoru language and culture and heritage. So thank you for what you do, and congratulations. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. I see that with us some of the staff from the Guam Preservation Trust. I'd just like to recognize them by name. Mr. Larry Borja, thank you for being here. Mr. Andrew Tenorio, thank you for being here. Ms. Ruby Santos, honored that you are here with us. Mr. Borja, I see behind you the map, the old map of Guam, the Guåhan. It's the old villages map, and that map has never been more important than it is today, I have to say. It's all these things that you have preserved for us, and they've come back to assist us in our work during our time, and hopefully in future generations for their, as Joe said, stewardship. And so again, to all of you, congratulations on the work that you are doing, the work that you are accomplishing, and the education, especially that you are promoting. And Sidos Moasi, have an excellent continued celebration, not just during May, but of course throughout the year of your work. And thank you again. Sidos Moasi. Thank you. So the resolution presentation is now concluded. We are now going to present some certificates. So we have with us today, these are both seniors at St. John's, and we are acknowledging they are the first Sustainable Futures Scholarship recipients. And these are scholarships sponsored by the Guåhan Sustainable Culture. And so these two recipients have earned these honors through their work. And they are Grace Hutapia and Sejong Chung. And if I could, well, first let's congratulate you. Congratulations. And we will present with you the physical certificates, of course. We will get those to you. But thank you for being here today. And I'd like to ask if you'd like to say a few words as to what receiving this scholarship means to you, or the work that you had to do in order for your application and things like that. And you're both seniors at St. John's, so congratulations if you graduated, or are you incoming seniors?
We're graduating tomorrow, actually.
Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations then on that, and on these scholarships. So Grace, if you could begin. Yeah, you're welcome to say it.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Seyoung and I are both volunteers at Guåhan Sustainable Culture. And as research volunteers, we helped them collect data and also synthesize data on the history of Guam, but in the context of agriculture and food. So Guåhan Sustainable Culture is dedicated to promoting food sovereignty on Guam. So I was really grateful to be part of the research team and to learn about Guam in that context. And I am just a teenager, so I feel like I was just a small part of a big plan, but I was really grateful to be selected to volunteer with them. And yeah, I'm really glad to have worked with them.
That's excellent work. I think I've heard about this work. If I haven't read it, I think I'm not sure if it's published, but I definitely have heard of this work. And so I think that's very important and very fitting that we are recognizing it today together with our Preservation Trust work. And Seyoung, would you like to say a few words?
Once again, thank you, Madam Speaker, and to the Guam Legislature for this great honor. As Grace said, we were research assistants for Guåhan Sustainable Culture, and I would also like to thank our research mentors, Ms. Marlin and Ms. Christina Barnio, for all they did to educate us on being a better ally for Guam. As a non-Indigenous resident of the island, I recognize that I benefit greatly from the generosity of the CHamoru people as a guest, and it's the least I could do to be the best ally I can be. And I would like to thank Guåhan Sustainable Culture for helping me realize that responsibility.
Thank you very much, Seyoung and Grace. And I don't know if anyone here on the panel would like to ask them a few questions, or even Mr. Kanata, how this work might fit in with the work that you have or are working on. Yeah.
Yes, Madam Speaker, we certainly helped the Guåhan folks to sustainable folks again. We sat with Marlene and did some sort of consultation with them, supported their times when they were doing their fundraising and their food handouts. And again, this type of work is again in line with the Guam Preservation Trust's vision of that it is a public responsibility through education and through cooperation, and especially through advocacy, how we all work together to make this island really a better island to live in. And again, to our future students, we congratulate you. We hope that you continue developing that skill, the skill of doing research work, the skill of trying to acquire the passion to make things much better in our island and in our world. And again, I congratulate you. We congratulate you. We hope that we hope the best for your future.
Thank you, Mr. Kanata. Senator Brown?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just certainly want to congratulate these students. I mean, as young as they are, and how exciting that to be graduating tomorrow and a whole new adventure in life ahead. And I hope this experience is something that helps mold and shape their life. And at the end of the day, it really comes down to our appreciation of home. And many of us are, some of us are of CHamoru culture, and many of us are from different areas, but we all come and appreciate Guam as home. And the more we learn about our history and our culture of our people here and the respect that we have for that, that's something that actually unites us. So congratulations to both of you recipients. We certainly wish you well on your new adventure, and how exciting. I mean, how exciting to be able to start on a new chapter in your life. And we wish you all this continued success and wish you well as you continue on your journey. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity to comment.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Moylan, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Congratulations, students. It's really nice. I'm sure your family is very proud of you. And I'm very pleased as well of your efforts in helping our island. I'm looking forward to good things coming from you as you continue on with your journeys. And I hope you come back to the island if you so move out, but always come back home. So congratulations, and congratulations again on your graduation. Good for you. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Senator. Again, congratulations, Grace Utopia and Seyoung Chung, for your work, for your winning these scholarships, and actually for the research that you've done. You have helped us, and you are leading us in this effort. So, Sizus Maasi, and most of all, congratulations on your graduation tomorrow. And we wish you the best going forward. And again, thank you for what you have contributed to the knowledge of Guam. Sizus Maasi. Thank you again, everyone. This will conclude our presentations for today. And I really appreciate your time and joining us today. So take care. Be safe, everyone. Sizus Maasi.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.